so this is just an example warm-up of how to get fired up before a workout. We're going to start with just some squats. So we're dropping the bum down towards the floor, keeping the chest up. We're going to aim for roughly 10 of those. Okay, and when you're ready, start bringing them up onto the toes. So we fire up, squeeze the calf muscles, balance at the top. Okay, if that feels okay, turn it into some little jumps. You can keep going with the calf raises if you'd rather. Okay, slow down so you can see this. Backward stepping lunges. Alternating legs. Now we're trying to keep the hips and body as stable as possible. Now part of that is making sure your feet don't come into a crossover, okay? So stay wide with it. Now if you want to, you can touch the back knee down if you want to stretch it out. Okay, if that feels okay, we're going to turn it into a curtsy lunge. So we step right across and go low. Step and low. Now we're trying to keep the shoulders completely square to the front so we don't undo that twist. So we want a big stretch in the outside bum, okay? Shake that off and turn it into a side lunge. So step out, reach across as far as you can. Now the leg that's not moving stays straight and the foot stays flat, so don't let it roll. Okay, so it doesn't move. And if you want more, step more, reach more. And when you're done, switch sides. So again, this leg straight, foot planted, big side step, reach across it. Now, come on down into a deep squat, quite wide feet, elbows inside the knees. Pull your hands in and rock. So we're using the elbows to drive the knees outwards and spread the hips if you need to. You can separate the hands. So we're really waking up those hips. If you want to, rock backwards and forwards as well, whatever it takes to open them up. And then come up slowly. That's going to be unpleasant. Right, let's do some back now. So get a mat for your knees, into the hands and knees position, and then we're going to drop the spine and raise the spine. So the purpose of this one is to lock your elbows and get your shoulder blades moving. So the bottom point here, the shoulder blades, we're starting to feed them together. We go as low as we can, and then as high as we can. So this top point, separate them out, push as high as you can with the spine, and move smoothly between the two. Now when you've warmed them up a bit, try pulling the shoulders away from the ears and doing it again. So you won't get as much movement, but that's fine. Now if that feels okay, walk the hands forwards, come into a plank position and do a set of 10 right here. So we're waking those back muscles up. Notice we're not using the elbows at all. We're going low with the spine, high with the spine. Okay, take a little rest for a moment because we're going to do that in the full press up position. So both feet back into the plank and then drop the spine, raise the spine for 10 if you can. This shouldn't be easy. Right. Whew. Now, into hands and knees, and we're going to put one foot out and take the other one off the floor. So if you want to get rid of the mat, now's a good time. Okay, now in that position, we're going to rock backwards and forwards. And then side to side. So we're pushing the hips, and we're going to stop at one side and then push harder. And then move to the other side and push. So just changing the angles of the stretch. Now, come on down, roll the foot and push that knee as hard as you can for 10. Okay, now rock it back, grab onto the foot, or if you're up here, that's fine. We're stretching out the back of the leg down there. Okay, switch feet. So foot out, hands in line with the heel, back knee up, forwards and backwards rocking. Now left to right. Now stop at one side and push. Push to the other side and push out as hard as you can. You can do this on the knee if you need to. Okay, bring the back knee down, roll the foot, so roll the ankle and push that knee as hard as you can to open up the hip. Okay, come back into the plank, and we're just going to practice swapping the feet. Now if this is too much, you can get something to lean on, like a box, and you can do it here, like this. Okay? But if you can, do it on the floor. And if you're feeling particularly agile, turn it into some jumps. Okay, take a breather for a second, take a drink, and we're coming back in. Okay. So get your mat out, and we're going to be doing a very quick Tabata. So come onto your back. We're doing 20 seconds of an exercise, 10 seconds recovery. Our first one is just crunching. So fingers by the side of the head, and we're crunching up a little bit. So the shoulders go towards the ceiling. So notice I'm not leading with the head, I'm leading with the chest. If your head's going to hurt or your neck's going to hurt, just support it with the hands a little bit. So we're just waking up those upper abs. Now we're going to do the lower abs by taking the heels up and just pushing. Okay, you can use the hands a little bit for support. Now we're trying not to swing over the top, we're trying to push just a little bit. Okay, roll it over. We're doing press-ups for 20 seconds. Your option, on your knees, if you can, on your toes. Let's go. Okay, back over. We're going to wake it up by pulling legs and shoulders off the floor and doing a leg flutter. Okay? If it's too much, bring your legs in and flutter here. If you can, keep the belly button pushed down and go. Ah, that should be hard work. Okay, side hopper. So, come onto one elbow, stack the feet, come on up and reach tall. Notice my elbows directly underneath my shoulder and I'm pushing away from the floor, so I'm not slouched into it. Okay, other side. Switch it over, elbow under the shoulder, stack the feet. Remember your option, if you need to, do it on your knees. If you can, stack it. If you want even more, do hip pulses. Now things to note, the bum isn't back here, it's squeezed forward, so we're in a straight line all the way down the body. Okay, turn it over into the plank position and we're doing mountain climbers. So we're bringing knee underneath. Now, you can go slowly, but if you want to, start to run it. And if you angle the hands out a bit and shove your weight forwards ahead of the hands, you can go even faster. Now, the lower you keep the knees towards the floor, the better. The more we're going to work the abs. Okay, come on up, and we're doing jumping lunges. Okay? If you want to, just do step backs. But if you can, continuous jumping. Okay, onto your back. Soles of the feet pushed together. Bring it towards your bum. We're squeezing up, frog pumps. Up we go. So I'm keeping my elbows and shoulders off the floor and pushing the bum as high as I can. So we're really trying to activate those glute muscles. Okay, wide feet, hold up into that glute bridge, and we're doing in and out with the knees. Okay, toes off the floor, bum stays as high as you can, and we're rolling outwards and inwards. Should be getting some bum burn if you're squeezing high. And we're done. Nicely warmed up. So that's just an example. The idea is to get out of breath, get a sweat on, and get your heart rate and lungs fired up.